confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the...
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium, opened back in 2020. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Buffalo Bills and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They go play action here on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there. That's some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
First down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses, also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The slot man in motion right. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here we go, here we go. 19 tight, 19 tight. Hey, pass.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. It'll be Joe Mixon, born in nearby Oakley, California. About 3 yards there to the 27. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try to defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is caught, and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Bills are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14. Raiders, nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second and 4. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Check. Buffalo 18. Back in 60. 18 ready.
Back to throw here. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. They'll come up now with a clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
19 tight. 18 pioneer. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 60 average. 60 average. 3. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Let's go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse, and this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
That's good for Las Vegas.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Las Vegas. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
This is caught. Touchdown. Davante Adams with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Raiders get a bit closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Pulls it in at the 13. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. Just keeping the play alive. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll come up now on second and a yard. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get three as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Bill.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. They'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. They'll set up a throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. It's caught by Davis. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Drake London. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Tyler Bass, the kickoff for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
19 tight, 19 tight. 18, 5 years.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession. Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Counter play with Jacobs. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Here's 2nd and 8. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders use the short field to get in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. This goes out wide from Mixon, finding space at the 40, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Mixon running right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
In my book, that's running the ball well but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Forced out to his left. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 9, second and about a yard. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there, with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bills are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1, because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A quick throw, but incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Bills 42, Raiders 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Getting the football to Davis on an out route. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
First and goal, Buffalo.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Joe Mixon taking it in from a yard out. And the Bills start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is
He's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Back to throw. And now here is another interception. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense isn't...
And the Raiders have got him. Devon Hamilton gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is.
Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating this, a party wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, like shit, wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we eat it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team.